Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Levittown Public Library Posture Alignment with Kim on Monday, December 5th at 11 a.m. Take it away, Kim.
Thank you. Thanks again. Good to see everybody. Where should we get started today? Guys, I'm getting started. Thanks. All right. So for those of you that are out there that have never taken this class before, hi, I'm Kim. I want you to remember that I don't live in your body. So if something that we're doing today that you're watching on record or something afterwards doesn't feel right, please don't do it. I'll give as many modifications as I can. You guys know the whole rap, the whole spiel. I want you guys to talk to me about last week's class and what you've experienced so far, what you'd like to see, what you have questions about, what you hate seeing. So we only have 2 more classes after this, and some of you aren't going to be here for some of those. So as always, you guys got nothing because you love what I give you all the time. Okay. And you were one of the reasons why I brought up that story about energy. She went home with a lot more energy is what she's explaining for those of you that can't hear. She went home with a lot more energy. And she had a drink at lunch. Since you guys are all laying in everybody's laying in static back, Pat. So if you wanted to get in static back while you listen, go for it. she's waiting with bells on. Like, what do we do? So I wanted to just relay again, why did she go home with more energy? I taught you guys about this last week. Does anybody remember? Why did she go home with more energy? Good call. I like that. So doing exercise helps bring more oxygen to your muscles. I got that. But this type of work specifically, what did we talk about last week? Why this is giving your body more energy as opposed to when you show up like this. Everything's in line. If you're showing up like this, are you running on all 6 cylinders? If you got a 6-cylinder car, right? How many cylinders are you running on? Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. In regards to what the body is doing, we're not utilizing all of the muscles the way they should be, the way they're designed to be, right? Which is why the body is showing up like, whoa, what a mess you are. And then you walk out of here and you're a little straighter. Right, so you're running closer to the way you're designed to run. The right muscles are doing their work and other muscles aren't overworking while other ones are sleeping. That equals more energy.
Like an adjustment.
Okay, like an adjustment.
Correcting the muscle.
Right. Good, everybody's laying in static back. We've been here for a few minutes. I'll let you stay here for a little bit longer. I'm going to ask you for some definitions too. Oh boy. The static back, for people out there that have never seen, we're laying on the back and the legs are up on a chair or an ottoman. You want to get as close to 90 degrees as you can. In a perfect world, in relation to our hips, as we are laying in static back, where are your knees in relation to the hips? In line with what?
Hips.
Your knees are in line with your hips. So if I'm laying like this, are my knees in line with my hips?
No.
You want the knees directly over the hips, right? You want a vertical alignment of the knees over your hips in a perfect world. Here's another thing. In relationship to my knees, where do I want my ankles to be? Is here okay? Is up okay? No? Is down okay? Where do we want them? At a right, I heard right. Somebody said right, at a right angle. So we want these horizontally in alignment with the knees. There's a reason for that. So we want to trap the body at 90-degree angles. So if you're at home and you're laying down on an ottoman and your ankles are kind of dropped low here, what can you do? Right, throw some pillows in. These are really tough questions, but these are things that people are doing at home, and it's okay. It's not gonna kill you. But when you make that little adjustment, all of a sudden, big things start happening. They're at 45 degrees, best you can make them, 45 degrees from your hips, because they could also be 45 degrees from your ears, right? We want 45 degrees from the hips. But I've caught some people who are 45 degrees from the hips, and their shoulders are still so rounded that their palms go down on the floor. And they have to really try hard to twist through the radius and ulna, these two bones here, to twist, to hold the hands in that with the palms up. Is that something that they want to do? Right, right. So if it's an effort to turn your palms up, I just have them go palms down. This is supposed to be a fairly effortless move. So their shoulders are still so out of alignment that their palms want to go down because the shoulders are pitched forward. Everybody do that for me. Roll your shoulders forward, pitch them up to the sky, and notice what happens through your elbow and through your hands. Everybody feel that? Right? And now let them relax and notice what happens through the arm. So I just put you in a situation that some of my students and clients have been in. Nice job, everybody. We do have some work to do today. Tough work to do today. I was going to give you 2 workouts, some of the most fun workouts we've ever done here. We've had a lot of laughs in the past doing these workouts. Don't lose your ear, Pierce. Kim. Okay. You're going to love them and you're going to hate them. That's just how it is. We're going to do some easy stuff while we lay here on the floor, and then we're going to get it going. Take your block, put it in between your knees. We're going to do static back knee pillow squeezes. Keep your strap nearby because we're going to use that sucker too. So we're still laying in that static back position. If you can't get on the floor today, maybe sitting in a chair will work for you. I'm still in a 90-degree angle at my hips and at my knees. No harm in sitting in a chair if you can't get on the floor. And you just put the block between your knees. Just like Thigh Master, you're going to squeeze it over and over and over again. One of my students, she's real, okay, I'm going to use these crazy terms. Bad, right? She's real bad. Real bad with her posture. Bad in a bad way. Bad in a wheelchair way. Bad in a, she cannot recruit these muscles. So I have to keep reminding her, stop using your butt in this move. She has a tendency, as some of you might have, a slight tendency as you do this move, to start squeezing your butt and turning it into a bridge. Anybody feel that? That you're kind of, instead of squeezing your knees in onto the block, you're kind of doing this lift. This lift thing, don't do it. She does it all the time because she can't always recruit these muscles. So I want you to keep your butt on the floor. Keep your effort maybe at 30%, 50% max. And squeeze over and over on your pillow or on your block. Remember, the harder you squeeze, the more muscles are going to get involved to try and effort more, and we'll head in towards the realm of compensation. Define compensation for me. Use all the layman's terms that you want. Ooh, good. Using other muscles to accomplish the task. Cool. I love that. Would everybody agree with that one? Yeah. Now, you can't use that word compensation without understanding what function is. And this is where all those young kids at the gym who like to tell you guys to do more and more push-ups, what do they call them, personal trainers? Gloria, easy, I see the butt lifting. Knees go in and out, that's it. Keep your butt on the floor. Derriere on the dairy floor. Light squeeze. They love to, good girl. They love to throw that word around, posture now, like they know what they're talking about. And then they love to throw this term around, like functional. It's a functional exercise. I ripped them apart when I worked in the gyms. I made these kids cry. What is function? Whew, tough one, right? What is function? And use layman's terms. Yeah, ooh, good, I like that. It's what the muscle is made to do in terms of what we're doing here today. If your car's wheel is dysfunctional, maybe the wheel is turned out to the side, it's not aligned properly. Maybe the tire is totally flat. That wheel is not going to function the way it was designed to. That's all function is, getting a job done based on its design. And compensation is, just like Kathy was saying, the job is getting done, but not as per its design. It's kind of a catch-22 because our body is also designed to adapt, which is why it will compensate. Is everybody following me? So it will adjust and it will compensate. However, it'll do it for a certain amount of time and then it'll say, we can't do this anymore. The butt's not firing. Lower back can't keep picking stuff up for decades and decades and decades. Now you got a problem. I'm glad everybody's coming along with me there. Those are two words that get thrown around an awful lot and nobody really understands what they mean. Now you got it. Good, put the strap around your legs, you're gonna push out on the strap. Same idea here, and here it's even easier to do this lift. Don't lift up. It's even easier to mess it up and do the lift. Do not lift your butt up off the floor to get this work done. These are really simple moves. The strap is around the knees now. We're still in the static back position. We're just pushing out on the strap and releasing over and over. No, no. It's a good question because hey, I didn't use my words, and that was her clearing me up with my crud instructions right there. I did not say remove the block. She's right. She is right. You should come to work with me with the boys. I absolutely cannot stand working with them. They cannot describe things and they're like, Kim, they literally say that. Or he says, Kim, get the yabba dabba. What's a yabba dabba? Yeah, go get the, oh my goodness. But it's important to be clear, which, yes, which is why I think a lot of you keep coming back to class, because I really try my best to be as clear as I can so you guys understand this. Everybody okay with their straps?
No, I can see.
She can't see. Coming. Everybody else all right?
I put my glasses and I can see what I'm doing. What are we doing?
Pushing out, pushing, not in and out, just out, over and over. How wide do you want your knees to be set apart when you're putting this strap around you? How, as wide as your hips, correct. Come in. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Some of these are they're a real pain. They're a real pain. Well, you're pretty close. Yeah, pretty close, but you just tuck this in a little bit too quickly. Sure, coming right over. Let me finish with Denise over here. Yeah, a lot of people have problems with these straps. Send you home with homework. Learn how to use a belt. Coming right over that. Oh, he's pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty close here. Take your leg out for a second. All right, get comfortable. I'm going to fix this for you. So guys, as far as this direction where we're pushing the legs, you know which direction we're going in? Outward, right. The right term for that, correct term for that is abduction, right? When you take someone away, you abduct them. So this is called abduction. When you go in, it's called adduction, ADD. So you're adding towards your midline, adduction, correct. Adduction, abduction. All right. Got it? Got it. Coming closer. Legs up on top of the chair.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
I was like, by the time I get home, it'll be
I get you. I get you. That's what I'm here for. All right, give that a shot. I'm going to turn this 90 degrees so your legs hang over the edge. Give that a shot.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, this one's a little toughy because it works the butt. Push out, release. That's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it moving when you push on it? Mm-hmm. Is it sliding on you or is it holding? I mean, is the strap holding or not? Well, then why are you holding it?
Oh.
Okay, because when you hold it like that, it makes me think the strap is slipping.
How my feet is supposed to be.
Don't worry too much about it.
Okay.
Just leave the legs relaxed.
Okay.
Push out over and over.
Are we supposed to do like last 10 or just constant going? Like usually when we do things, you tell us to take a break, but with this.
I see. Good one. Good one. Yes, because I'm walking around, I'm doing other stuff. In a perfect world, when you're doing this move in therapy, it's 3 sets of 20. Does that help? But because I've got so much to do and say and walk around and help, I kind of leave you guys hanging for a while. It's not going to kill you to do this for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So yeah, otherwise you guys would be done and I'd still be around helping the people that need a little help. Done? Good. Now take your legs out of static back, put your legs on the floor. We're going to go to the hook lying position. We're going to check to see if that butt works. We're doing hook lying gluteal contractions. Hook lying gluteal contractions. Even if you leave the strap on, it's okay. It's not going to kill you. So we're just laying in the hook lying position at this point. Hook lying gluteal contractions. Butt squeezes over and over and over again. It is not a bridge, so we're not lifting, none of that. You're just squeezing your butt cheeks together over and over. That's it. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Squeezing. Just like you're gonna squeeze a grape right between the cheeks. Pop a grape, that's it. It's not a bridge. Do not pick your butt up off of the floor. We're not engaging the quads to do this. You don't want to lift up. Keep the feet resting on the floor, squeeze your butt. How many of you had a hard time recruiting your butt cheeks when you're doing this? What's the Band-Aid for that? Right, straighten your legs. I'm glad somebody said it. So if you don't have the ability to actually squeeze your butt and you're using your stomach muscles, that's a no-no. Extend your legs straight out on the floor and try to recruit your butt muscles. When your legs are extended, you'll have an easier time getting your butt to do the work. This is not a stomach exercise. So if you're not sure, put your hands on your butt, check it out. Is my butt doing the work? And then dig your fingers into your belly. Is my stomach doing this work every time I squeeze? If it's not, then it's probably your butt. But if your butt ain't doing the work, something else is. Something else is. We're doing hook lying gluteal contractions. That's what we're doing right now. Hook lying gluteal contractions. And I am now going to look through to the exercise that I chose for today. Good old feel good workout. I love that one. Stay here for a little while longer. How many of you guys have felt left side, right side, like a timing difference as you started the squeeze? Okay, you're all even. How many of you felt like one side stronger than the other? No, you guys are all even? Wow, all it takes is once a week? Yeah, it's sharp, I'm good, okay.
Make your butt hard.
Make your butt hard. Is it supposed to make your butt hard? Well, if your butt is not doing its work and you have a tendency like me to overuse the quads, which most of us do, then turning on the butt muscle is going to help make it harder. Because hopefully when you're doing your squats, you're not using your quads so much anymore. Now you're starting to recruit the butt muscle. So when you do your exercises, strength and so on, or the Brazilian butt toner, my sister's working on that one. I did 20 squats a day. Oh, that was last year. What are you doing this year? But you want to be able to use the butt to do that. Most of us, including me, are using a good amount of our quads and not able to recruit our butt as much. So just squeezing your butt over and over, will it make your butt hard? Not necessarily, but realigning your pelvis and your hips and your shoulders will allow your body to recruit the right muscles, right? Alignment, just what we were talking about. It'll get you out of compensation and get the right muscles to do their proper function. Fair? Cool. Does everybody understand that? I guess not. All right, I'll leave you confused. We're going to move on. We're going to start doing the feel good workout. This is not an easy workout. It requires getting up and down off of the floor without using your hands. You guys do, yes. Oh God, but it's fun. It starts out fairly simple. If you want to skip the whole getting up and down off the floor thing, that's up to you. You can skip it and just lay there while we all have fun. It's up to you what you choose to do in this workout and don't. We're going to stay on the floor for now. Take your blocks and your stuff and just move it to the side. My plan today was to get in 2 workouts. 2. First part is snow angels. It's a fairly simple move. I'm not going to count them out for you. We're just going to do them in times of like a minute or 2 minutes or so, because that'll help allow me to talk to you. You guys know how to make a snow angel, right? You got that idea? But what I want you to do while you make this snow angel is keep your feet parallel. So when you split your legs open, your feet, your toes are pointed up to the sky, not flopping out and avoiding the load that we want to put on it. Making sense? The arms, as you lay on the floor, if you can, keep your elbows straight. So if you get a point where your shoulder starts hitching, don't bend your elbows just to pick your arms up. Just come to the point where, oh, that's enough, and then come back. Because we want to retrain the shoulder and the back and the hips to talk to each other. So if you're like me and your arm can't go overhead as well anymore, then maybe you'll stop right here. We want to try and keep everything in contact with the floor. But if you don't, that's okay too. Ready? Going to hit that for a minute. Snow angels. Very simple movement. I'm just adding a couple little caveats. That's all. Oh, better than I thought. Okay.
No angel with no snow.
Snow angel and no snow. That's right.
This is good for my inner child.
Oh, I love it. And you know what? You know what's so funny? You know what is so darn funny? That's why Pete Egoscue does all of these stupid exercises. He really does encourage, bring out that inner child. And he does that by asking everybody, when's the last time you went under something? When's the last time you went over something? When's the last time you climbed a tree? And that's, and right. And so when you ask yourself these questions, you go, wow, it's been a long time. He encourages you to bring out that inner child so that we can move more like children. We want to. We have the ability to. It's just that we got stuck in the whole 9 to 5. Right. Oh, of course you do. Feel it right in there. And yeah, and things happen to our bodies. Everybody's looking good. I can tell you're trying real hard. I am going to take you over to a hands and knees position. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You could do a cross crawl here. So hands and knees position, arm, leg opposite lifts, looks like this. Right arm forward, left leg back. There's an alternative. If you are off balance when you do this and you cannot keep balance here because your hips and your stuff ain't working, you can keep the toes on the floor if you wanted to. But the other alternative is, oh boy, I can't quite do this. Hands and knees bothers me. Then maybe you want to do something like this. You just keep laying on your back. I'm going to give you another minute for it. You're going to go back and forth, left side, right side, left side, right side. Your choice, whatever you want to do. Sure, hands and knees. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you'll catch it all the time. People trying to do right arm, right leg, right arm, right leg, and go, why is this so hard? Because you're doing the wrong side. Just 1 minute of work. Beautiful. Carol, when you pull that knee towards your chest, especially on your right side, you have this tendency to do this. Try to pull it straight in. Keep the knee in alignment with the hip. Good, good. Pause right there. Pause, pause. Look at your leg. See what it's doing? Yeah, right? So as long as you're not in pain, try to keep that heel away from your crotch. Keep it in line with the hip. Yes. Beautiful, guys. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Not an easy move. You will get better at it because we're going to go through this twice. So pay attention to how you feel, how good you're doing it, how cruddy it is. Because the second time that we touch on this, it's going to be different. Okay. Now we're going to do the feel goods. Called feel goods because I feel so good watching you guys do it. We're going to get up off the floor without using our hands. If you cannot do that, you can use your hand to get up, but I want you to pay attention to which side you like to put your hands on, which leg comes forward first, because the next time you do it, you're going to do mirror image. And don't make me throw stuff at you because I'll see you do the same leg over and over and over again. I'll say, where's the mirror image? So if you keep using your right leg to come forward and use your hands to push off of your right leg to get up, next time you better use your left side. You may never get up, but you got to work that other side. There's a reason why that one side is continuously working. You want to keep running on 3 cylinders? Try the other side. So here's how I do it. Not everybody's going to do it this way. Not everybody's going to do it this way. I go from a full-on lay down. I sit up. You can put one leg in front. See how I do this funky cross? I can do that. Funky cross and get up. This is a mediocre way of doing it. The harder way, which I don't know if I can do, but I'll try, is crossing the ankles and standing straight up. A much easier way of doing it might be something like this. It might be, but notice I'm walking my hands on my left side. I got my right leg out. So next time I'm going to do my left side.
So you're using your hands.
If you must, you are not allowed to. Get to it. We'll do this one for 2 minutes. Try to go evenly both side, left side. So if you end up with a number 7, do a number 8 so that you're even. Go. You can do that. You can do it. Hey, down. Ooh. Yeah, once you're up, you go down again. Once you're up, you go down again. Next time, right leg comes forward. Keep going. If you never get up, it's okay. Come on up. I'll do my left side in front. No, I did this first. This side. In Sweden, they can still do that. And in Sweden, they actually did a scientific study. Of course, it's like, hey, this equals this. It must, because these people run every day and they're way healthier. Does it equal it? I don't know. But they said that people that can do that have healthier joints. Healthier joints, healthier lifestyle. So do it like I did it and you'll be healthier, right? That it must be true. Almost done, everybody. You got 1 more minute. I see some of you guys not trying. I see some of you guys just smiling, which is okay. Do what you can. Even if you never get up. So how about you get up and down out of the chair? How about you do that? All the way up and all the way down. Go for it. Over and over. You know, sit to stands, do something. 30 seconds left of work. Do something. If you guys are just having a hard time doing this up and down off of the floor, I get it. But if you still can do it, you better do it. Because if you choose not to do it today while you still can do it, you're going to lose it. So use this opportunity to start doing the stuff that's challenging as opposed to, nah, I'm just going to skip it because this is a lot easier. That's not the...
If you don't use it, you lose.
Yes, you don't use it, you lose it. You're paying nothing for this class. Let me tell you how much I charged for my last client before I gave up to drive out to their place and to give them one-on-one, $250. You go into the city. I only did that because that's what they charge you in the city, hands down. You go there, you do it online, you do whatever, you're getting $250 a session. That's what it is. So why shouldn't I? So that's what I did. You guys are getting this, so get it done. Ready? We're going to do it again. Back down on the floor, snow angels. Aren't you happy? Right. Here we go. 1 minute of snow. Whoa, chairs in the way. Now you have the opportunity to see, what's different? How does it feel? This is like doing a jumping jack, but you're laying on the floor. That's really what it is. Try to go palms up and try to keep your toes pointed to the sky. Yes, ma'am. Try to keep your toes pointed to the sky. Really good. I'm seeing excellent effort. If you want to be a real stickler, dorsiflex your ankles while you do it. Yes, I saw that, Denise. So when you dorsiflex your ankles, which means pulling your toes towards your knee, you'll lock out the whole leg, and all this work is definitely going to go into the hips. No Barbie toes. I am going to come by and kick you. Dorsiflex. Hold that while you do it. 1 more minute for you. Punishment. Yeah. Arm and leg opposite lifts. Get on hands and knees or do the cross crawl just like we did before. 1 minute. Go.
Why do you have us do the thing on a chair, step up, step down? Because we never step that high. Like I
We don't.
was doing it at home and I'm like, I like, why do you have us do that? I mean, stairs I get, because we're always on stairs, but you never really do stuff like.
You never do, but your body is designed to do it. Your body should be able to come into a full flexion of the hip.
Because my chair's on a carpet.
Yeah, it certainly will.
Yeah, but
It's-
that's.
yeah,
should be-
yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, that was a good question. So I was just asked, why do we do step ups all the way up on the chair? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Remember we were stepping up onto that chair? Why do we do that when we never really do that in real life? I had this one dude. Keep on going, guys. It's good for you. I had this one dude in Florida at some convenience store. He didn't want to bend over to pick something up because he thought he'd be in pain. But this is just me watching the situation that went on. I didn't talk to him, whatever. We were in a convenience store. He was doing his thing. He goes, you know what? I don't have to do that. So why should I? Not like, hey, I don't want to pick up a piece of dirt, but just my body, I don't really have to bend over. So why should I? And he grabbed the thing and he just picked it up with the thing. You don't use it, you lose it, just like she was saying. If you cannot reach over and touch your toes, this is a problem. If you can't put your shoes on anymore, I can't come up with all these different reasons why you might have to use this in life, but you start losing that ability to pick your knee up towards your chest, we're getting into a trouble area. It's like your car going, oh, well, it can only turn left. Well, that's all right. I'll just find another way to get to Target or something, right? All right, feel goods coming right up. Get up and get back down. You'll notice it's going to be different. How'd those arm leg opposite lifts feel? It's going to be different. Don't sit there and smile at me. Chop, chop. We don't have much time left. Smile while you work. And you know what? Whistle while you work too. So just notice which side you like to use. And do the other side next time. It's tough because my hips are like yours. My butt does not want to work the same way that it's supposed to. My quad wants to do it. So when you get into this deep hip flexion situation, it goes, I don't know what to do. It can't fire, but it will. It will. We just got to keep going. It's not firing, then you're fired. 10 seconds. That's all you got left. 10 seconds of work. Up, down. I don't care how you do it. One side, then the other side. 3, 2, 1, done. Cats and dogs, and then we'll finish this workout out. I don't care if you do it on hands and knees or you do it in your chair, however you do your cats and dogs. If you're in your chair, your cats and dogs here. If you're on hands and knees, your cats and dogs look different. How many of you noticed a difference the second time you did up downs? We've got 20 more minutes together. It's another one I wanted to give. Let's see. There was a bear crawl one I wanted to give you. Which one was it? Centered and focused. Foreman here.
Yes.
Everybody feeling that? I'll ask him to, though. We're going to do the centered and focused workout next. It does go in some 2-minute rounds. It's fairly simple. If you get a little heat going on, maybe take some clothes off. Nobody's watching you. It's a good workout. We haven't done it in a while. It does involve a couple of planks. So if you're laying on the floor, we're going to do side planks. I'm not going to do the front and the back, and we don't have enough time for it. But the alternative to doing a plank on the floor, many of you have seen me when we did the plank on the side, right? We've done little push-ups against the wall. The further away you go from the wall, the harder it's going to be. The more you're kind of standing upright, the easier it's going to be. So there's that option to do that. So you can lean on the wall and kind of walk your arms away and still accomplish something rather than going, oh, I can't do that and giving up. So we're going to do a side plank for 1 minute. Nice, she's right into it. So you can either lean on the wall. I am going to do this on my elbow just because that forces my shoulder to do more work. If you do it on your hand, that's okay too. When I lay on the side, you want to try and trap your shoulders back and down when you do this. And it's okay if your side plank looks like this. That's okay, because we're trying to recruit the muscles that will eventually pick you up and hold you up. They're important. Yes, it's hard. So better it be hard and you do it here with me than you say, no, I'm not going to do it at all. Okay, 1 minute. Elbows underneath your shoulder or hand underneath your shoulder, best you can. Legs are nice and straight. Lift up. Get it up. Don't give me faces. You go. Get up. Get up. Get up. Hold it. Breathe. Good. Sweat. It's good for you. Good. Take a little break. Don't look at her while you do it. Take a break. Keep breathing, because in 10 more seconds, you're getting up again. Good. She's up again. Maybe this time you can get up for 5 seconds and hold the arm up. I didn't say lay down. I know it is, but it's harder with me over you doing it because you're not going to do it during the week. Get up. 15 seconds. Anybody can do it. Pick it up. Don't look at her when you laugh, everybody. You got 10 seconds left. She's got 30 seconds. Get up and hold it. Good. Hold there. Breathe. Try to get your left hand up. Do it again. Done, everybody. Other side, you'll do better. Here we go. Nice job on the wall over there. Some of you, I got to bark out a little bit because you're too cute for your own good. Everybody ready? Elbows under, blah, 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 legs straight, lift. Guys are getting creative over there, Paula. I like it. Work it. It's something. Good. I told you you'd be better on that side. When you fail, it's not okay to lay down and go, oh, that's okay. Oh, I tried today. Where's my lipstick? No. Get back into it. Timer's ticking. 30 seconds. Good girl. Very much better. Good. Take a nice break. 20 seconds. You guys are in it to win it. Good job over there, Carol. Other Carol too. Beautiful. Marie, I like where you're going. 9, 8, 7. Suck it up. Get in there. Good. Great. I see. She's doing good. She's doing better than you are. So get in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Good. Side planks done. You guys as sweaty as I am? Nice. I like what you ladies were doing on the wall. I like that. So on the wall, they got creative and they came up with some of their own stuff. They put their arm on the wall and then they just started lifting the leg as they leaned in. They just started doing more stuff. They got creative. I like it. Guys ready for more? Boxing footwork. Stand up. Oops, I'm sorry. Get up without your hands. Boxing footwork. You don't have to do any boxing. Just think of how your feet would be. Sting like a butterfly. Oh, wait, butterflies don't sting. Do whatever you think boxing would be like. Whatever you think it would be like. We got 2 minutes.
I use my imagination.
Very good. Maybe go southpaw. Move around, coming in. You don't even have to do any work with your hands. Just in boxing, it's always staying on your legs and staying really strong. You don't want to end up on a toe because if somebody gives you a whack, you're going down. So you want to stay nice and stable. So stay over your feet. That's all boxing footwork is. If you want to add some jabs, go for some jabs. Go for reverse punch. In boxing, you also never cross over. So it's none of that. You get caught doing that, you're going down. So it's forward, it's backward. If it's to the side, it's something like this with slides. Just boxing footwork. That's all it is.
So it's almost like dancing, right?
I like that. I like that. Sure. Cha-cha. Sure. Boxing footwork. That's all it is. Some of you guys got the step touch. Up. Up to your chin. Here I come. I'm going to check. I'm going to see. Hands up. Guard your face. Here I come. How you guys doing? You okay? You're smiling, so I guess you're okay. She's good. Doing all right. She did. She got me. My hands were low. I dropped them. Boxing footwork. 20 seconds. This one ain't so hard, is it? 10 seconds. And time. Feel a little elevated? Good. Be nice to do this outside. I know. One more strong one, and then we'll take it down. Bear crawls. Haven't done these in a while. We've done step ups. We've done side unders. Haven't done bear crawls. Bear crawls is like a modified downward dog. It is a hands and knees move. If you're not doing hands and knees, no, it's not knees. Not knees. Not knees at all. It's close to a hands and knees. We're that far off the ground with our knees. They're not touching. There's an alternative to it. Maybe if you got a couch at home, I have modified it like that, where you could do bear, but you're not going to get a front bear crawl out of it. You might do something to the side. So if you got a couch, it's trying to get the weight over your hips and you're just kind of going sideways, or maybe you're walking along your couch. It's like a deep squat. But my hands are going to be on the floor to demonstrate. We'll do it for a minute. If you're having a really good time, we'll do it for 2 minutes. The point of bear crawls is to keep your hips low. So try to keep the hips low. So you want to keep them fairly low. See how close my knees are to the ground? So it's not here where a lot of you are going to end up. It's here. I don't care if you go forward. I don't care if you go backward. You want to keep the hips low. We've got 1 minute. If it's not working for you, maybe your hands go on the chair and you do what I just showed you. 1 minute, bear crawl, forward, backward. Get your hips low. Maybe you'll do this. Walk around to the side of the chair and then walk around on the other side. I just came up with that. I think that'll work. Hips stay low. No hands and knees. No knees. Toes. Knees come off the floor. See Barbara? Do like her. Do like her. Butt low. But that's it. Right there. Try to get your knees to hit your chest. Good. Go backwards. Beautiful. Beautiful. 20 seconds. Hips low. The point of this is to get a nice deep squat. I know. It's a bear crawl. Deep squat. Hips low. Nice, Paula. Nice. Time. We're going to do some sit to stands and finish out. We've got side overs in this routine, but I'm not giving them to you. You've had enough. Side overs are scary. They're like donkey kicks with the hands on a chair. I don't even know if I could get it done. I could do it on the floor, but hands on a chair, it's tough. We'll just do some sit to stands. Option to put a block between your knees when you do this, or if you like, you can put the strap around your knees and do this. Depends on which way your knees like to go. Block is always a good one to use, but if you know your knees love to dive in, maybe put the strap around your legs and you can push out as you do a sit to stand. I put my hands behind my head, elbows stay back nice and strong. I stand, I sit. Squeeze out 10, nice and balanced, nice and even. Looking good, Pat. Sure you're doing just fine out there, Barbara, looking good. Notice if your feet came coming up off the floor, keep them on the floor. So that's you kind of throwing your weight back and forth. Do less of that, more of a lift. So slow it down so you're not throwing weight. Slow it down so it's a lift and a place. Stay in control. Is that a 1 or a 7? Oh, good. We still have time. We have walkouts and side overs and cats and dogs. Let's do it in the chair. Side overs, just so you know, slippery. You want to think like you have a bench. You place your hands on your bench and you're hopping over. If you're really good, you're doing a handstand with legs kicking up to the sky as you do the hop over. But the higher the bench gets, the harder it is to do that. I can do that when my hands are on the floor, but I've never accomplished it when I've had my hands on bench. So you got your bench or an imaginary bench and you're here. I cannot do the kick up, but you get the idea. If that doesn't work for you and you're not doing jumps, okay, you're going over something. So modify, get creative. Those are side overs. Not terribly scary. Can be done, but just saying. We'll probably see those next week. You can do it. For now, what do you say we finish out with a static back? Static back? What? She never finishes with static back. We're going to finish with a static back. The best part about this is you spent a lot of time in this position on the floor to start with. Now we're revisiting it with a different body. So you have the option of feeling through your body and going, what's different? Very good.
This is perfect after all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody notice that it feels different? And I don't mean out of breath. But I'm talking about, does your shoulder feel different on the floor than it did when you started? Does your hip or your back or even maybe even your calves? All of these routines do not have to be hard like that. However, if you never touch that area of hard, you're doing yourself a disservice. These little glute squeezes and the knee pillow squeezes, they can be really helpful. And they might even help quite a few athletes. But if you're not doing stuff that's going to strengthen and go in the direction of the purpose for why you were built, you're going to be losing a bit, which is why I give you the hard stuff too.
We just like to torch us.
Well, only you, yes. Three minutes. Some of you have been with me for a few years. You took the option of doing something that your body told you you needed. I saw a hip crossover stretch sitting over here. I saw some arm leg opposite things going on over here. Even in the interim of doing all that crazy work, some of you were doing other stuff because you've been with me long enough. There's a psychology that goes along with teacher up here on the stage and student down there in the audience. And I'd like to break that mold just so that you understand, you keep that mentality, you're not going to learn so much. If you keep waiting for me to give you instruction, do this, do that, do that, do that, you're not robots. So I hope that some of you who this has been your first session with me, that you at least remember some of these moves that you're taking home and you know, ooh, that move helps me, or ooh, that move I can't do, or I don't like, or that. I hope you're taking some of this home and remembering and learning. We're still laying in the static back position. We got about 2 more minutes. Anybody have any questions? Now's a good time to ask them. Cool.
Kim,
Hmm.
do we have to, being that we only have 2 classes left, do we have to re-register or we automatically in?
No, you're not automatically in.
Oh. When do we do that?
This may be the last session that you get with me.
Probably the last, usually it's the last session, if it's out. You know.
I do know. That's why I just said what I said. Okay, everybody, that is our last move for today. Everybody out there in TV land, Barbara and Pat, really good to have you with me. Hope you didn't sweat too bad. If you did, take a shower. Go get a nice walk outside. Weather is beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. And thanks to the library for hosting me. Any questions, unmute yourselves and